Let's welcome our host Sir Alberto Avira aka Tata Bert.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the new day. Today, January 6th, in the Christian world all over, it is the end of all holiday seasons, and we are about to begin the hardest work all for the rest of the year. But for Filipinos, this is the start of new season, a season of festivities. January is a signal for town fiestas all over the world, all over the Philippines, because January we will be celebrating so many occasions, especially in referring to the Fiesta of Santo Niño. And to begin with, we will start with the Fiesta of the Black Nazarene of Quiapo. But before that, it is called the Three Kings or the Epiphany, or the blessing of start of a new year again and again, because like any holidays, there will be some break or a pause. But for Filipinos, since the beginning of the year up to the end of the year, celebration and fiestas has to go on and one after another. And that's what we are being alive and active all the time. It doesn't matter how what we have. We have to celebrate because it's not the amount of festivities that we'll be putting on our table. It is the spirit that we'll be doing. That's what keeps us alive and strong. So, because January, of course, we will start with Santo Niño or with the Black Nazarene Fiesta, but January is a fiesta all over the Philippines. We will start. There is the Dinagyang in Iloilo. There is the Ati-Atihan in Capiz. There is the Sinulog in Cebu. There is the Pinagbinga in Baguio. And there is the Moriones and Masbate, and so on and so forth. So we are a very alive community all over. So there is no dull moment in our lives. Because some foreigners would be asking, where are they getting this amount that they have to have a fiesta? It is not the amount. It is not what we are serving. It is the spirit that we are celebrating. Just because you don't have a lechon or a big leaden food on the table, there is those fiesta. No, it's different. Like for example, I can remember on my younger days, we are celebrating the Santo Niño Fiesta in our small barrio in Cadagmayan. I was surprised by my mother would always prepare lots of food. If we don't have money, he has to borrow because he has to make sure that there will be lots of food for the visitors who is going to the church and the celebration of Santo Niño in our barrio. We don't have guests, but after the mass, when people start going up from the church, from our capilla, my mother has to go down and a driveway that of stopping people that has to pass by in our house to have a breakfast or dinner or lunch first before going anywhere. It is not expected guest, but mother is always preparing lots of food for whoever they are. They have to pass out on our house. Luckily, we were able to, after the fiesta. Of course, we are death on our neck, but we survived. And we celebrated the fiesta. That is how the spirit. And we are happy that we serve. And the people are happy because we don't never let somebody pass by without passing out there on our house for a little snack or a lunch. I don't know why we have to do that. So it is the tradition or it is a satisfaction of every native Filipinos in the barrio. Of course, in big cities it's already different. But like in Quiapo, sometimes some owners are having a free lunch for the guests during the Feast of Nazareth. So that is the spirit because of course you cannot expect the restaurant or the Chinese for have a free lunch. Only in the Filipino tradition that being offered this kindness and charitable lunch for the respect and the celebration with Black Nazareth. So that's how we are. So January 6, we could call it Epiphany or Three Kings. This is the start of festivities from January up to December. So year-round festivities, that is what we are. So our charity, our kindness, our hospitality is always there. And that does not make us poor, but we are rich in spirit all the time. That's what we are Filipinos. So keep up the good work and the spirit and makes you alive because by sharing a little what you have will always you feel good and happy and contented. And that's what makes your health more durable and be ready and willing to any uh, hardship that you will be encountering. But so far, we survived and we are still alive despite of the calamities one after another. So congratulations Filipinos for the good tradition and good faith and your celebration. God bless you because you will by sharing, blessing will pour again you. Not in material things, but in spirit, you will be more richer than ever. So thank you and God bless everybody. So let's go on to another topic. Of course, because we are a society here in Montreal, we are dealing in different encounters, some charitable organization and some calamities that we have to offer and participate. But I have to acknowledge the die-hard listener who patiently joining us no matter what rain or shine. So I have to. Of course, there is the Esperanza 23. Thank you. Esco Linatok, you are always there. Of course, Canadian Pinoy Radio, the sponsors and the owner of this show. I am just a host. Particularly, of course, the Trisan, who is the technicians and able and ready and the knowledgeable person that could manage everything they were troublesome or fixing some electronics that be needed. Of course, Esco Linatok. Thank you. for your perseverance despite of this inaccuracy of a statement and dealings of other activities, but you are here and ready all the time to support us. So, and so as with the other whom I failed to mention, but maybe later on I will be, soon as your name will be flashed, I will try my best to read it again, that acknowledging your support is the lifeline of every talk show or any other event, because in any show of our uh, activities that being portrayed in the community, you need a response, or I could call a ripples. Just what is a ripples? Ripples is when the water is calm, you try to throw stones, and that will create waves, or we call it ripples, because your presence make ripples, because that means there is a reaction on every action. So I call it ripples. So let's maintain that, because that makes the host or the show may being recognized or being uh, heard, or have taken your attention. That means so there will be ripples. So everybody, thank you very much for your participation and actively listening to this show, because your ripples created waves, and it could be bigger if whenever it being thrown, and that's calm situation. So that make the sound and disturbance, that means your presence is acknowledged. Thank you very much. Welcome. Here comes Sonia Watanabe. Thank you. Hello, Tata Bert. Welcome, Sonia. So the JLO has this announcement, the Trajan Fund, the Chinchang, La Esperanza 23, Escolanotok, Amoyong, TV Yards, Hot Games and Boys, Jarik, well, what about other name? Malo, Bailey, Ma'am Aramina, Miguel Garci. Shout out mga kapatid. Thank you, Iha. So let's go on. About the unfinished business last night, that the situation of Hamas, of course, there is a reaction that the president, the outgoing president Cesar Manuel, and the vice president Ramon Vicente explained their sides. I'm not fully understood what they want to say, but I hope they would put that in writing. So it could be responded if there's a need of a response to their statement. But for now, we will wait for that, because uh, in any statement uttered in this live show, it cannot be understood so much, especially like me who is talking about. So maybe you could get the gist, but you don't get the details what I really want to say. So because I am also careful that mentioning names is not very important, because this is just a show, and just the event partially will be taken care of. So let's go on, because if you want details, that could be something else. So but what I could say here is just a preview, or just a jest to the community events that I would like to mention, but that does not mean that they have done so much, because most of the time I always appreciate and praise their hard working and their devotion to be of service to the community. That is what the organization are organized for. So let's deal with it and appreciate their efforts, because it is just not easy just to be a volunteer, because I know everybody have tried that. So, but only few people would persevere on this hard task that they have to encounter in order to maintain the integrity of an organization. That's how it is. So let us also appreciate these people, even though there might be some not cleared under transparency, the endorsement of their activities, but we have to wait. And if you really want details of the activities of their situation, especially the finances, ask them, tell them in writing that you need the financial report or whatever. But otherwise, because especially this situation, the pandemic is a good excuse that not everything is rosy, but we have to deal with it. That whatever it is, we for now we have to accept it. Unless you really want something special, so request for a hard copy or whatever you want to know.
Hello,
But
Tata Bert.
be patient. That community work is a hard work. That's why only few people could persevere in doing the job most of the time. But we members are just always a bystander, and we could only see the shortcomings. But be a community leader also, and you will realize how hard it is. You may think of something beneficial, but that's beside the point. You'll be asking, if it is hard work, why you are there? Well, uh, each and everyone has different reasons. So it could be business transaction, it could be popularity, whatever. We don't know. So don't make any conclusion. In fact,
Tata Bert.
yes, sir.
So, anong latest sa PAMAS? Confirm na induct na sila?
Yes, according to Mercy, there were six of them were inducted because some are not available, and Mercy make her own separate induction. So induction is just a ceremony. So the important is how active they will be when they are in position. Because of course everybody has a good excuse for now because of this pandemic. Nobody, everything is a status quo. You cannot just move freely. So they have to be creative in order to sustain the needs of the center. So if they would say that there is no money, believe me, there is no money because the status and farmers, when you come in, before you spend, you have to earn first. You don't go there just to spend whatever was left over by the past administration because as a, and the constitution, all excess budget from the current administration, when the term is over, proceeds will be deposited to the building fund, and the incoming administration has to earn their money first before they spend. So don't complain that there is no money. Of course, there is no money because that money is for the building fund already. You don't go there just because you have to inherit something to spend. No, this has to be cleared because they cannot move because there is no money. You are elected because you promised you could do better than the past administration, so you are replacing them. So if you are there to spend money, you cannot move because there is no money. Think again. The membership will be asking, you will be responsible for the membership.
So official na yan ngayon na sila ang board for the
Yes, they were
next
inducted.
coming 9 months.
So for the remaining terms of the year. So they will be inducted, but how could they officially make the function? They have to be created because pandemic is not an alibi all the time. Because some organization, like a good example, this heritage, they never stop their own activities. It is going on. The meeting is always held every month. So every financial report is very clear. That's why the members, they are all seniors, adult and responsible, and they understood. So, and the chairman is always very cooperative. Anything you would ask is always on the table. It's also written. So that's how it should be run. Because if there is a cloudy mind in your report, so suspicion will be created and you will never get a complete cooperation among your board. So,
So
giving this
sino-sino itong na-induct? Sino-sino itong mga na-induct na
that I don't remember the name because I was not even invited. So I was just informed by Mercy that they were inducted, but they said 6 of them were inducted because they cannot be all the time because of this distancing requirement. So that's the excuse. So we will know because they will make a report and I am asking them to have a general assembly as soon as the situation permits. So everything is status quo.
ngayon, Tata Bert, sikreto na naman yan. Kasi wala namang invitation sa Facebook, sa YouTube, sa Zoom. Kagaya ng ginawa ng chairman mo sa Heritage Group na nagtawag ng meeting, nagtawag ng mga audience. So sila lang nakakaalam. Ganun ba 'yon?
Yes, kasi because of this situation is always an alibi or
hindi ako sasang-ayon sa iyo na alibay kasi si Mercy Sia may internet siya, may Facebook siya, may access siya sa YouTube. Sila lahat meron. So bakit hindi walang invitation na
Okay, with the 23 organization in Montreal, so far only PAMAS has this YouTube meeting and sometimes the nice result. It's incomplete. It's that be done.
Hindi, ang tinatanong ng members, bakit walang invitation na lumabas or announcement? Bakit sila lang, yung mga friend lang nila ang nakakaalam, tapos bakit ka tinawagan lang nang tapos na? Bakit? Ang tanong, bakit? Bakit hindi lang sabihin na, kami ay uupo? Bakit hindi ba sila marunong maglabas ng tinatawag na press release na kami yung diniklara, kami ay uupo, kami po ay maglilingkod sa bayan kasi masisipag kami po ay mga magagaling? Bakit walang ganon? Bakit?
Because there is no need of an invitation because the information will be released.
Wala bang karapatan ng member na malaman? Wala bang karapatan ng member na malaman? Kala ko ba'y tau-tauhan sila? Ang member ang boss.
So that has to be cleared and that has to be emphasized to them because for now the tradition of their being incoherent and of not doing their job is always their practice. But unless the membership will impose that requirement, they will be obliged to do so. So somebody has to impose that regulation because because of this situation is a good excuse for them not informing everybody.
Paano naging excuse? Lahat ngayon ng government, either provincial, federal, at saka local, invited ka na nakikimiting sa Zoom. Hindi ka nga lumalabas, di ba?
So,
Mas
That has to
mataas ba sila sa federal, provincial at saka local
I think
government
you will
at
be in good
secretive sila?
position for that. You will be in good position to ask that. If they are ignorant, if they don't know how, they could always ask somebody who know how to help them. But what is their excuse now? Because if everybody could do it in
Hindi mo
Zoom,
ba na hindi mo ba natanong sa kanya nung tumawag sa iyo na bakit wala man lang pasabi na bukas mag-i-induct kami at pinapalam lang namin sa iyo bilang isang miyembro? Bakit tapos na sa kasasabihin sa iyo? Anong meron?
kasi sinasabi ko kung anong matulong ko, so kasi takot sila baka ako mamilit na mag-induct sa kanila, so because they have somebody to induct them.
Importante pala 'yon yung mag-i-induct.
Yeah. Kasi it's a big deal for them.
So, sino-sino itong
So
na-report sa iyo?
being a media man, you have the right to question them, but I don't expect you'll get the right answer or a direct answer, but you could always ask.
Kasi si Mercy Sia, ang sagot niya sa ano niyan, sino ka? Hindi ka naman ABS-CBN, hindi ka naman GMA. Wala kaming obligasyon na sumagot sa iyo. Yun ang sagot niya eh.
You are a member. That's good.
But ang sabi nga niya, sino ka? Hindi ka naman ABS-CBN, hindi ka naman GMA. Sino ka?
ABS-CBN is not member of Hamas.
Kaya yung ano na yon, yung tanong niya yun, narinig ng buong mundo yun ha. Buong mundo narinig yun hanggang buwan, hanggang Mars. Narinig yung ano na, sino ka? Hindi ka naman ABS-CBN na magtatanong sa akin at kukwestiyonin ko kung anong ginawa ko dyan.
So, okay, so maybe...
Tama bang ugali ito? Tuwad sa iyong member?
Hindi mo mabigay ang tamang sagot. So, for now, everybody is learning. So, maybe next time you'll get good answers.
Hindi, ang tanong, magandang sagot ba yan sa isang member na na sasabihin mo ng ganun na wala kang karapatan magtanong kasi hindi ka naman malaking media?
Yes, kasi
isang membro ka lang?
Kasi they are thinking that they own farmers. When you are a director, you are thinking you are a big king already there, that you own the building, you own the community. So that is the big ego of when getting elected, because nobody, or maybe they understood that they are just a caretaker, temporary, but nobody is pinning him down, because up to now they don't even follow their obligations. Well, for the past two administration of Caesar, there was never a General Assembly, which is required in the Constitution, but so everything just flow as it is. So unless some group would be vocal enough to implement the rules and regulations of the Constitution of Farmers. So for now, we are building up any event that would be proper to question or to confront them, to check and balance their obligation as officers of this community center. So we have to build it up. We have to get together, put your question all together and put it in, because radio alone is not cannot be so justified, but it has to be in writing, especially registered bill signed by the attorney. So they will be obliged to follow their obligation as officers of this institution.
Kayo, bilang na palagi dyan sa building na tinatanong nila at kinukunan nila ng opinion at nagtatanong sila ng mga gagawin sa iyo, Nasabi mo ba sa kanila na kailangan nilang mag-serve sa member, na yung sinasabi mo na nabanggit mo yan sa kanila na mas powerful ang member kaysa inyo o hindi?
Yes, that is my first obligation all the time. Every time you have to respect the community when they come in. They have the right to make a schedule. You have to make the booking. You have to entertain them and
Baka naman yung sa building, hindi yung baka iba ang intindi nila. Baka hindi
because
nila
that is a
naintindihan
part
yun.
of their duty and obligation, following the rules and regulation of farmers. To
Ay,
defend
bakit niya nasagot yun publicly on the publicly on the World Wide Web na wala kang karapatan kung nasabi mo pala sa kanila?
because she is waiting for your answer.
Answer ko nagtatanong nga tinatanong nga siya harap-harapan. Ang sagot niya, wala kang karapatan, hindi ka ABS-CBN, hindi ka GMA. Kung nabanggit mo pala sa kanila yan, baka hindi nila naintindihan.
Kasi lumaki ng ulo nila kasi the community is not pinning them down because whatever shortcomings they have, the community let it go. Like for example, the financial turnover after the term. How many administration passed and there was no performer turnover and maybe some community members not interested. So that's why these officers are just enjoying their privileges for not being confronted or not being questioned of their duties and responsibilities. So it's about time that the community has to do their part questioning these officers if they are performing their duties and responsibility to
Yung
the
sagot na nila, busy sila, may trabaho
Yes, busy. Before you run for election, you know your obligation because if you are not have time to do your duty, you could always resign because if you are not there, somebody who has the time could do your job. So don't patronize the obligation being busy because your being busy is not a part of duty in farmers because you voluntarily run for election. You know that you have, when you get elected, you have responsibility to perform. If you say that you are busy, so you are busy, resign because somebody could take care of your job if you are not there.
Sa pagkakaalam mo, ilan ba talaga ang miyembro ng PAMAS? Ang pagkakaalam mo, yung
Kasi ang membership is fluctuating kung minsan kung sino ilan ang kandidato kasi ang mga kandidato mostly ang nagre-recruit ng members, so hindi walang fixed number kasi depende sa kung sino ang kandidato, maraming supporters, so that with the registration is higher kasi but it will not be not less than 2,000, always over 2,000.
so ni isa nito wala man lang na nung nandoon kayo ng for the last 2 years na itong last 2 years lang na nakaupo kayo, which is huminto noong Disyembre nung umuwi kayo. Disyembre o Nobyembre?
Yeah, November.
November. So, yung buong administration na yun na si Cesar Emmanuel na ginawa nilang tauhan.
2 terms na.
Oo. Tapos yung ilang buwan na simula nung nanalo siya. So, ngayon, ni isa walang lumapit na nag-question sa kanila.
Well, so far nobody is asking
Walang
that.
nagpunta doon na gustong malaman na wala ni isa. Walang nagpunta sa iyo kasi
I was always there for
5
the
days
past
a day ka, di ba?
4 years. Nobody is asking the financial status of farmers. But you could hear the conversation in Tim Horton that they want to know.
So
But
walang
nobody is going
official.
to went to farmers to ask for barley the financial status or how much uh, ilan ang assets ng building. Nobody is asking that.
So sa madaling salita, usapang kanto, lahat ng miyembro sa PAMAS walang bayag.
No, it's not, ang nagbayad, depende yan
Bayag ang salitang
kasi ang members, bago ka mag-members, bayad ka.
hindi yung bayad. Ang ibig ko sabihin, walang bayag, walang balls. Walang balls na magtanong, mag-question.
So, yes, because tayo mga takanto boys, pag usap-usapan, malakas ang boses natin. Pagdating sa formalan, tiklop tayo.
So ano kayang dahilan na walang lumapit at nagtanong kung ano nang status, ano nang nangyayari na isang miyembro?
Interest. Walang interest at ayaw ma-involve.
So bakit sila nagpa-miyembro?
Ang PAMAS na membro, ang member ang walang interest. Mag-usisa. Kung nagtanong sila, may sasagot.
Obligasyon ba ng board na once a month na ipaalam sa mga miyembro kung ano ang nangyayari? May obligasyon ba ganun sa Constitution?
Ang obligasyon ng executive board, they will call assembly to let the standing of the organization kung ano ang mayroon o ano ang dapat gagawin. Kung
So, di ba nandoon ka?
Yes.
Noong nag-decide si Joseph na si Glenn Opindo ang kukunin na Comelec chairman.
Hindi
sa
involved,
meeting nila, di ba? Sa
hindi,
meeting nila.
Hindi involved ang BOT dyan sa pagkuha ng...
Hindi. Ibig ko
Comelec.
sabihin, nandoon ka, nagbo-volunteer ng Monday to Friday ng ilang oras, 4 na oras ba? 9 to 1, 9 to 2, kayong dalawa ni Elmer.
Yeah,
Yung nung nag-decide sila sa meeting nila, doon sa minutes nila na maraming ni-nominate na kukunin na chairman hanggat si Glenn Opindo ang napili, hindi sila nagpatawag ng General Assembly.
Hindi na.
Hindi.
Hindi.
Kay
Decision ng executive board yun.
So, si Joseph, wala siyang binroot up na patawag sila ng General Assembly bago eleksyon.
Wala.
Wala ka ma-recall.
Wala ba? Kasi otherwise, nandun ako kung may General Assembly. Never happened since mula kay after NIDA, wala na. Kay Cora, wala nga General Assembly.
Sino yung, di ba si Cura, nagpa-assembly siya na may 60 katao sa basement?
Hindi, sa kay NIDA pa yon.
NIDA pa ba yun?
Oo, kay NIDA pa yon. Kasi, nag-General Assembly kasi during the assembly ni Aos doon, pinalitan ang logo ng PAMAS ng Shell. Ngayon, ayaw ni nung dumating si Cora, ayaw ng membership na ibinalik ang dating logo.
Mm-hmm.
Ang dating logo na bilog, so binalik ang logo at pinalitan na instead na Philippines, ginawang Pilipino.
Okay. So ngayon, officially ngayon, Dante Tamabong, presidente ng PAMAS. Yung ba ang official?
Hindi ngayon, ang presidente ng PAMAS ngayon, si Tabamo, kalaban niya si Cesar ngayon, si Cesar nanalo dahil kay Sarmiento na bawas ng 150 votes.
Hindi. Ano bang status? Yung bang lumang board ang ininda na si Cesar ang presidente o yung bago?
ang last election na
Boyd.
ang kalaban ni Cesar si Romy.
Si Romeo. Oh, hindi
Si Romy ngayon ang nanalo.
So si Romeo ngayon ang presidente.
Oo.
So siya ngayon ang naindak.
Sila ang nainda ngayon.
So official na yan na si Romeo ang presidente.
Yes, according to the rules the decision ng court na ang election naging null and void because of this discrepancy. So kahit na ang ginawa ni Parado na si Cesar ang nanalo because of discrepancy sa inuwi niyang balot at saka yung vote buying at inamin naman ng Malaya na namili sila ng boto kaya na inamin nila sa pamagitan ng pagbayad ng multa ng COMELEC. So ang desisyon ng court, ang election is null and void, so ang opponent declared winner. Kaya si Romeo upo ngayon.
Si Romeo, may narinig ka ba na magpapatawag siya ng press conference online?
Ang last time ko nakita si Romeo 2019. Sa park. That's only time I saw him.
Sige, magbabalik tayo. Break muna tayo doon sa inaanak mo na nag-sponsor ng masarap na ano na ngayon?
Okay. Yun sa si Papa. Crispy pata. Norma, I need crispy pata pa kung pwede sa 3 case na matatapos ng holiday. Pupuntahin ko dyan si Fredo. Bigyan mo ko ng isang crispy pata kahit na bawal pero dahil sa entrance of the festivities, year-round celebration in the Philippines, kapistahan ng Santo Niño, kapistahan ng Bulaklakan, kapistahan ng Sinulog, kapistahan ng whatever kapistahan, there will be always kapistahan, including, of course, the June being the Heritage Band all over Canada. So, that is the part of your donation of crispy pata. Otherwise, just tell me and Prida will be passing by because I don't want to go out with this inclement weather.
Alam mo ba yung huling balita ngayon, Tata Bert?
Yeah. Alan?
Ang bagong latest na in-announce ng premier dito sa Quebec.
Ano? Lockdown?
Okay. Ang pinaka-latest na balita ngayon, una, umpisa sa Sabado, hanggang sa February 8, meron ng curfew. Hanggang kailangan lahat ng tao na walang obligasyon sa labas na tinatawag na necessity, which is ang mga grocery magsasara na ng 7:30. Ang restaurant na may delivery pwedeng mag-open hanggang 9 or 11 pag weekend. 4 na linggo, ila-lockdown ng Quebec, except doon sa Par-en ng North. Ngayon, lahat ng seniors, pinagbabawalan na lumabas. So,
okay. No problem for me. Kasi dito...
lahat ng seniors na 65 pataas, bawal ngayon na makita sa daan. Stay home lang daw kayo at antayin yung bakuna na parating.
Okay, but no problem dito sa building namin. Lagi akong may hot food. May nagrarasyon na mga Hudyo. Wala akong
may Filipino Association na ba nagdala sa'yo ngayon?
Wala. Ang Filipino Association...
Wala nakaalala sa'yo.
Pero ang Hudyo, I have always received.
Naalala ka ng Hudyo? Okay. So ngayon, beside doon, na hanggang alas 8 lang, alas 8 yun hanggang alas 5, kailangan lahat ng tao nasa bahay na, tapos 1,000 yung multa pag nakita ka sa labas na wala kang rason.
Kasi abuso mga tao. Kasi kailangan nila penalty talaga. Kasi pag walang penalty, kasi before last 2 weeks tuwing labas ko, mga tao hindi nga walang ang maskara, siksikan pa sa bus eh.
Obligado na ngayon, 100% na magmask sa lahat ng area. Tapos yung sa senior citizen, lahat ng nasa nursing home ng government run, babakunahan, tapos isusunod kayo na nasa mga private home.
Yan nga, tinanong ko nga kay Lutran yan eh.
So, by ano daw yan? At least baka by ano kayo, by end of February, dating na dyan sa building nyo, papatawag kayo dyan na papilahin na kayo doon sa kung saan yung area na babakunahan kayo. So, yun ang pinakalitis. Umpisa Sabado, lockdown, lahat ng seniors, stay home. Okay? Ang mga bata, tuloy pa rin yung pasukan sa January 11, yung elementary hanggang grade 4, yung grade 5 at saka grade 6, kailangan magmask sa loob ng klase na. Yung 1 to 4 ay okay lang na walang mask. Yung high school, sa 18, 18 ba yun magre-resume pero online na. Walang
Buti
once a
pa
week na lang
dito,
sila
may
lalabas.
classroom private. Sa Pilipinas, puro online na eh.
Pero, kahit lockdown, lahat malaya na mag-skate. Okay? Skating, skate, ski,
Outdoor yun. Outdoor
hockey,
yun. Okay, outdoor yun.
maglakad
Exercise yun eh.
sa mga pamilya. Bubble, may bubble daw. Tapos, bawal daw bisitahin muna ang mga senior.
Dito, pwede bisita, limited time. Isa lang ang bisita. Hindi pwedeng magdalawa o tatlo. Pag nagbisita dito sa mga pamilya nila, isa lang.
So, yan ang latest ngayon na in-announce kaninang alas 5 ng hapon.
No problem po, kasi isang linggo na ito, ayoko lumabas. Sa lamig na yan.
Okay, so for the last remaining na 15 minutes, bukas na naman natin sila i-update kung anong latest sa PAMAS.
Okay, so
Rizal.
Sa Rizal, okay. So the event goes smoothly. Hindi, I was expecting a replay mo yung mga event, pero anyway, it's already in the Facebook. Everybody have seen the gatherings, and that's good. So far now, we have the best celebration all over Canada because the councilor is there. We are present, and saka timing na sa park kami, nag-offer tayo. Pagtapos saka bumagsak ang snow. Very, very meaningful and very heroic and very nationalistic event because kaya kung kumpara mo na
wala bang tumawag sa iyo na nagpaabot ng mensahe na makikiusap na aakyat sa iyo rito sa iyong show?
Maaring hindi nila alam. Marami sabi nag-oo, pero maaring hindi nila alam. So I don't know how to. Marami. Guys, actually, all of them is always present and they would like to participate. But I would appreciate kung si Marvin Rotan because ayoko namang gagawin ng one time na bisita si Jerry Dancel. Wala namang masasabi. Hindi. Kasi gusto ko yung marunong may masasabi na malaman na may ibig sabihin, may makuha kang lesson naman. Kasi
okay, Tata Bert, batiin mo yung bago mong bisita. Pakibasa yung
nasa script. What's that? Golden Voice of Tamaraw. That's a good one. Golden Voice of Tamaraw. That's a Filipino.
Shout out mo muna yung mga bago mong bisita like si Eric Batusay, Golden Voice of Tamaraw, Mama Lubili,
Batusay, Golden Voice Tamaraw, Erika Batusay, Malu Bailey, Erika, Batusay, and then Golden Voice of Tamaraw. So these are all the repetition. But thank you because without your support, without your patience and listening to this station, it will be dull moment. But with your presence and your patience, thank you very much that at least mabubuhayan naman ako magsalita kahit na ako inaantok na. Pero alang-alang sa inyo para maihatid ko naman sa inyo ang mga kunti nating bulahan. Kahit na bulahan ito, may mapupulot din tayo kasi pag magsalita kayo, may kailangan kayo, magbate kayo, it's good enough because this is what is talks you about. Communication, exchange ideas. Yan ang importante kasi pag hindi tayo nagpalitan ng kuro-kuro, para magtitingin na lang tayo, parang hindi tayo, kahit hindi tayo magkakilala, kung nagbabatian tayo, parang close na tayong family, di ba? Yan ay importante, hindi basta na Pilipino kayo, hindi man lang kayo magkindatan o pag saying hello, kahit na wala nang salita, magkindatan is good enough. Kasi we are Filipinos, whether we like it or not. Kasi sabihin mo, mayaman ako, wala na kang pakialam sa'yo. That is not the reason for ignoring your fellow kababayan. Be friendly, be hospitable, and be always a Filipino in your heart because it's not a question who you are now, but your heart, your origins, your tradition still within you. I believe that because whenever you are, especially when you have accident, you will see aray or naku po or whatever by accident. Kahit na sinasabi mo hindi ka na marunong mag-Tagalog, pero pag na-aksidente ka,
Aray.
we will utter sa Tagalog to. Ano Jonathan?
Aray?
Yeah. Kasi mahalata ang mga Pilipino rito na hindi na marunong mag-Tagalog, hindi na marunong kasi matagal na sila rito, mga 3 taon na. Kasi ayaw, apakan ng paa niya, kundi ano sasabihin niya. Hindi mo sasabihin niya, oats. Sasabihin niya, aray. Yeah.
Aray ang sinabi.
That is just an example to break the monotony of this conversation. Because whether you like it or not, sabihin mo, matagal na ako rito, 3 taon na ako rito, hindi na ako marunong mag-Tagalog. Tsaka wala akong alam sa mga Pilipino. Kasi whether you like it or not, you have the mirror in your house. When you reach home, look at your face. Whether you like it or not, you're still a Filipino. Okay, maaaring attitude mo iba, pero hindi maalis sa mukha mo. So, love yourself. Ika nga ni Rizal, okay. Ang tanong ko naman ito, itong very famous quotation ni Rizal, ang tao hindi marunong magmahal sa sariling wika ay masahol pa sa palang isla. Ang tanong ko, anong pamagat ng poem?
Hindi ko rin alam
Iyan ay sinulat ni Rizal nung bata pa siya, graders pa lang siya. Ang pamagat, sa aking kababata.
May message si Golden Voice. Tama raw sa'yo. Basahin mo.
Golden Voice, tama yan tayo. Kahit saan tayo magpunta, dapat dati malilimutang Pilipino tayo. Kasi you cannot deny it. You cannot get away from yourself. You could be pretending all the time, pero hindi mo pwedeng pagtaguan ang sarili mo. Okay, here, Surya Watanabe. Welcome, kapatid Eric sa Batasay. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your perseverance.
Ito sabihin mo, Tata Bert.
Yeah.
Ito sabihin mo. Sabihin mo, Sunya Watanabe, maraming salamat sa palipad mo. Sige, sabihin mo.
Watanabe, anong palipad?
Sabihin mo, kasi
Ay,
nag-ano
Watanabe.
siya, nagbigay
Sonia
siya ng,
Watanabe, thank you sa mga palipad mo. Welcome, Iha.
yan, nagpalipad siya ng 600 yen. 610 yen.
Okay, thank you, Iha. Your charitable heart will always remain in your heart because it is not the amount that you give, but your willingness and wholeheartedly given. It is not the amount that counts, but the intention and the motive of your charity intention. Bomger 15. Hello po. Thank you, Iha.
Bagong
Welcome.
bisita mo yan. Pakibati mo. Yan si Kaping Barako.
Okay, Kape Barako. Thank you, Iha, because without your support, I will be sleeping soundly tonight. But I have to keep myself awake because I want to be sharing these sweet nothings time and again from everybody. So, thank you, everybody. This ex-bomber girl, thank you very much. Kapim Barako, Sonia Watanabe. Okay. The Golden Voice of Tamaraw. That's a new one. Thank you. Welcome to the group. I hope you could also join the exchanging ideas that we have here.
Sabihin mo na huwag nilang kalimutang isubscribe yung channel mo na Alberto Abiera.
Okay. The most important thing, why I still exist this? Because with your support. First you have to do is, what is that?
Subscribe
Accept,
to your channel.
like, my channel is Alberto Abiera on your YouTube, and then check like, subscribe, and support for this existence in our show, because we have to laugh once in a while. That keep us alive, because when we are alive, everything will come after. When there is always hope being alive, because anything could happen. Everything is possible, because being alive, shower could be pouring to us time and again. Not only in material things, but the blessings of God will be on us all the time, and we will feel healthy and comfortable in having a peace of mind. That is the basic requirement of a healthy body. Peace of mind and contentment, because a person without satisfaction will never be happy, because you want more and more.
Yan, may
Because,
message tayo.
okay, tay, kamig lang ako sa busy kasi sa work ako. Thank you, Iha, from busy. Very nice of you. So,
Nga pala, Tata
you are
Bert.
busy, but you have time to text a few letters, a few words. That's good enough than saying nothing, because you have to express what you have in mind, because you have a good intention, but if nobody knows, that will die on yourself, and that will not be appreciated. But if you express through even an action, a smile, or a wink of an eye, that is a good communication. That is a relief to one who receive and reciprocate your good action and noble deeds that you'll be doing to your fellow kababayan. Because we are here alone. So we are here in our foreign country, but we have to be together. We have to be helping one another, because we have to be cooperating another. We have to say hello to everybody. We have to be a family here, because maybe you have your family here, but most of us doesn't have a family, because your community is already your family. Because if you are a good person, you will always have a good family surrounding you, because it doesn't matter Filipinos or not. Your neighbor actually is your number one family. In any circumstances, the first person to notice you will be your neighbors, and then it will be reaction will be spread in any eventualities. But be a good person to everybody, because that is a reflection of yourself, your action, because you don't have to be a millionaire to be a good person, because a good person is cannot be bought, cannot be camouflaged. It's reality, because it's really hard to be pretending, because you know liars have always short legs. You will always be caught off-handedly when you are not sincere of your action in dealings. So
Sa
we have
Tagalog, ang mga sinungaling
conversation.
nahuhuli.
Yeah, ang hindi matapat sa kaibigan ay maiksi ang lakaran. So any proverbs or sa lawikain, it's applicable to be a good person. So anything you say, especially learn from Dr. Rizal. So many proverbs, so many salawikaan na dapat natin malaman. So, what's that? What's, because we will be learning from day to day, because okay, you don't give me that answer. So, what is the title of
Okay.
that?
Tata Bert,
Yeah.
maalala ko, yung mga apo mo sa Guam, sa New Jersey, sa Germany, meron din.
Yes.
Nasaan na sila? Kailan sila
Nandun.
aakyat? Kailan sila bibisita rito?
Ano, ano, kahit nga yung may pamangkin ako doon sa Germany, at saka anak ng mga kapatid ko, hindi nga pa kami nagkikita. Ang nakikita ko lang yung sa Guam at saka sa New Jersey, kasi ito lang malapit. Kasi actually my brother is already 79, so he's calling me once in a while, hoping that this pandemic, this travel ban will be ceased, and as
Hindi,
soon as
kasi
the ban is
ganito yun, Tata Bert. Itong show mo ngayon, bahay mo to, yung Alberto Abiera, yan ang
ba,
bahay mo, tawag dyan sa
is that bahay?
internet.
Ayun ang sinasabi nilang bahay. Okay, this is
O, bahay yan, bahay. Kaya, pag sinabi mong akyat kayo rito sa bahay, bisita kayo rito sa bahay, yung virtual house mo o yung channel mo, napauso yan sa Pilipino na ang tawag, bahay.
Mm.
Kaya pag may pumapasok dyan, pwede mong samihin na welcome po kayo sa bahay ko.
Oh.
Pwede po kayong umakyat.
So these are all the nakalistings na ito para yeah, they heard of me because they are responding, but when are they going to akyat sa bahay? Mm. They like
Kasi
to
nahihiya, kailangan lang ng invitation ba? Kayo
ex-bomb
bang...
girl. Was this ex-bomb girl? That's guys 15. That's
So, yung mga apo mo sa New Jersey, sa Guam, sa Pinas, nasa Germany, sabihin mo sa kanila na bisitahin ka naman dito sa bahay mo ng 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Tata Bert, baka kilala mo ang relative nyo sa Guam. Saan po? Sila doon. Okay, sa Kamuning, sa nandoon sila, may bahay doon, at saka sa Agat. Ang brother ko nasa Agat, siya retired Navy. Tayo kilala mo si FLM. So, who is FLM?
Hindi mo kilala.
Hindi ko kilala si FLM because that's an abbreviation. So, that could mean anything. Mm.
Okay, so next time, imbitahin mo sila. Tapos, oras na para magsista, paalam ka na sa kanila. Say goodbye, imbitahan mo sila hanggang bukas muli. Magla-lockdown na naman ang Quebec, 1 buwan. Samahan ka nila rito.
This is the saying that never say goodbye, but because saying goodbye may not be coming back. So I will say see you again tomorrow, and instead of goodbye, I will be saying you tomorrow again, because we have a break for another 24 hours, and we're looking forward that celebrating the most important thing to remember now, that month of January is the start of festivities year-round in the Philippines. You can name any kind of festivities, but we will starting from this celebration of Santo Niño. And of course, because it's January 6th, being Three Kings or Epiphany, that is start of a good celebration. We will be thanking that we have received these things. And of course, the Black Nazarene Fiesta. Let's pray that we will be having a good year this year. Maraming salamat. Good night, everybody. Mabuhay kayong lahat. And see you tomorrow.